Welcome back to Women with ADHD in the Workplace. In this episode, we're exploring hyperactivity, distractibility, and hyperfocus, symptoms that commonly shape the experiences of many women with ADHD in their professional lives. I'm Alex Foty, an MBA student at the University of Toronto's Rotman School of Management and a BMO GATE MBA Fellow. I created this project to highlight the challenges and strengths of women with ADHD in the workplace and find ways for organizations and managers to better support them. A diagnosis of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder will generally include a prevailing subtype, hyperactive, inattentive, or combined subtype. Research has consistently shown that women are more likely to receive a diagnosis with an inattentive subtype, whereas men are more likely to receive a hyperactive or combined subtype. However, hyperactivity can actually look quite different across genders. Men are more likely to externalize their hyperactivity, which can manifest as physical restlessness and inability to stay seated, excessive talking, interrupting others, and impulsiveness. This type of hyperactivity is more visible, and therefore is more likely to be recognized by others as a symptom of ADHD. In contrast, women's hyperactivity is often internalized, making it less visible to the outside world. Internalized hyperactivity can manifest as feelings of restlessness, an internal sense of being driven by a motor, racing thoughts, and an overwhelming urge to be constantly busy. This discrepancy can lead to a lot of misunderstandings, as the hyperactive component of ADHD in women does not always match the conventional expectations of what hyperactivity looks like.
So what I think ADHD, especially in women, is like we think about the hyper boy in the classroom. Well, maybe ADHD for women is disruptive in other ways, such as I just fundamentally disrupted your project because you didn't think about this like fundamental, critical, structural aspect that underpins the whole thing. And that's something that you will be hated for.
How would you describe your experience with ADHD, and how do you usually explain it to your friends and family and colleagues, if that is something that you do?
You know, it's chaotic energy, but the best analogy I could draw is comparing to that of an octopus and saying that it's like you're picturing your brain as an octopus with 8 different tentacles, always at every time of the day.
ADHD to me, the way my brain kind of processes, it feels like everything is too fast, but not fast enough at the same time. Like it kind of just feels like a hamster running on the little wheel of like, go, 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 go. But like forever, it just kind of feels like that all the time. Like I can't really sit through things. I can't really sit still very well. And I am very impatient because of that too. So whenever someone asks like, what's it like having ADHD? I'm just like, nothing is fast enough for me. Like I do everything as fast as I can. I run through my tasks. I run through everything, but it's still like, I don't know. It feels like a race you can't really win. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that quote. Hang on, let me make sure I highlight that.
Distractibility is another key symptom that's often mischaracterized when misunderstood. For a woman with ADHD, distractibility might manifest as difficulty concentrating on work tasks amid office noise, struggling to prioritize tasks effectively, or frequently shifting focus from one task to another. From the outside, it might appear as if she lacks focus or dedication to her job, but in reality, it could just be a struggle to filter out extraneous information, external stimulation, and maintain concentration on a single task.
Office, which was really small, and it was absolutely horrific. I really remember that year was my worst year of my career. Like I could hear people eating yogurts, and then you heard every single phone call. I just wanted to jump out the window. I couldn't do any work either.
In some situations, accommodating neurodivergent individuals can often come down to simple, effective solutions, like allowing the use of noise-canceling headphones. This accommodation, while seemingly minor, can be crucial for those who find the typical office environment and all its buzzing and conversations and keyboard clicks and other interruptions to be pretty overwhelming and distracting. Noise-canceling headphones, for example, can help create a focus space, reducing the intrusion of external stimuli and enabling higher productivity for some. The flip side of the coin to distractibility is hyperfocus. It represents those moments when someone with ADHD becomes so absorbed in a task that everything around them just seems to disappear. like me working on this project. This intense concentration can lead to exceptional productivity and creativity, allowing tasks to be completed with remarkable depth and detail that might otherwise take much longer. Interruptions from a state of hyperfocus can feel disorienting and distressing for an ADHDer, pulling them out of a state of deep concentration that might be difficult to re-enter later. This can lead to feelings of irritability, not necessarily because of the interruption itself, but because of the effort required to regain that level of focus. In the workplace, this means that well-intentioned colleagues stopping by for a quick chat can significantly interrupt workflow for someone with ADHD. For women who are already cautious about avoiding labels like rude, aggressive, or self-absorbed, the idea of requesting quiet can be pretty anxiety-inducing. Ultimately, by acknowledging and adapting to the unique challenges and strengths of employees with ADHD, organizations can unlock a higher level of creativity, efficiency, and job satisfaction. This not only benefits individuals with ADHD, but enhances the overall work environment for everybody. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll explore executive function challenges, shedding light on how women with ADHD navigate these challenges with resilience. Join us as we continue to unveil the untapped potential of women with ADHD in the workplace.